Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. It is a Fragrance Friday yet again. I have started my own tag. I did tag quite a few creators on YouTube who really do a lot of fragrances, and I thought it would be really great. Some of them have never done tags before. You know who you are. Others have done many tags. I was just inspired to do this because again, there's a lot of you guys who are new to my channel and I wanted you guys to get to know me. I wanted to know about you. So let's play along as we go through all of these questions. Let me know down below in the comments what your answers from your collection are. Before we get started, I'm going to share with you what I have on my lips. I have nothing on my nails because you know your girl was swatching like 20 nail polishes earlier today, so they need a break. What's on my lips is a Candy Glaze 04 from YSL. Feeling a little bougie today. So the very first question I wanted to ask of myself, which is probably easy for you guys to figure out if you've been around for a while, is who is my very favorite perfumer or nose in fragrance? I think we're safe to say we may know who it is by looking at these bottles. Cécile Zarokian. She is a French perfumer who has developed some of my absolute favorite fragrances and all niche. If you are a gourmand lover like myself, Cécile Zarokian is definitely a perfumer or nose and fragrance that you need to get to know. Of the ones I just showed you, those were vanilla. There was one by the Fast Essentials Curacao Bay that she developed, beautiful fresh scent. That is saved for summer. Remember Me, Chai Tea Heaven. Then you have Cafe Cabanel. Like the first time I smelled it, it brought a tear to my eye. It reminded me of a Christmas dessert that we would have growing up. Plum pudding and hard sauce. If you know, you know. It's so good. And then we also have Material by Amouage. This is the only Amouage fragrance I have. This is one of the most bougie fragrance bottles I have in my collection. They're all great vanillas. Again, the first one is the only one that doesn't have vanilla in it. And the last one, of course, you guys know. My favorite fragrance from any house is Nishane's Ani. Cécile Zarokian is probably the one and only person I would love to meet. I would love to get to know the Cécile behind the nose. The next question is, what is my very favorite perfume bottle? It's a fairly new acquirement. I've had a few favorites, but this one is sexy, sophisticated, alluring, and mysterious. Initio's Side Effect. I think because this is like a unisex fragrance, this bottle was perfect. This is their aesthetic. This is their look, whether it's a dark purple in color, which this is, or the white bottles that they have. This is just sexy, solid too. I will say after I picked this up, I'm like, yeah, you could use it in a fight and you'd win. But this overall is probably the nicest bottle. It may be simple to some people watching, but I really enjoy this fragrance bottle. I think it symbolizes the company, the brand, the house really, really well. And again, they're either a dark purpley color like this or they're white. That is, again, the house of Initio with all of their cool bottles. Next question I have, what is the most reach for fragrance when I need some comfort, when I need a blanket? When I was living in Nova Scotia, what was I wearing when the hurricane was coming through? It was my first hurricane experience in my entire life, and I was a little scared. I was by myself. So there actually are three, but two of them you guys have heard me talk about before, but the one I wore during that hurricane was actually Kayali's Vanilla 28. This is a warm hug, a very wrappable, very comforting, very sweet. It lingers on my skin. My body chemistry loves to eat fragrance up super quick. This lasts a while on me, so I love it. Kayali's Vanilla 28, but I also have two others. Fresh Cream by Philosophy. I really also enjoyed this one as well. As you guys can see, we have quite the dent. It's a beautiful fragrance. It's a lactonic vanilla. So it definitely, if you don't like lactonic scents, I don't think you'll like or enjoy this one. This is definitely a milky, almost whipped cream, fresh cream as it states here, kind of a scent. The newest one in my collection that I can honestly say I cannot wait until the cooler months. Why am I saying that? It's barely even hot outside. Not even summer yet. This is BDK's Gris Charnel. Immediately when I received it, early fall of 2023, I was like, yes, this is just beautiful. It's like figgy. It's beautiful. There's lots of tea. Maybe it's the tea. That's probably what it is. The tea in here just makes me really cozy. Like if you are having a bad day or it's rainy outside, you reach for a warm beverage, as Sheldon would say from Big Bang Theory. And so this is my warm beverage of choice. What is my least favorite bottle from my collection? I don't hate this one, but it is Dolce & Gabbana's Devotion. You know what's Dolce & Gabbana's like shtick? I like like the square bottle. I mean, look at it, was very similar to Fresh Cream in that sense, almost identical. I like that part about it, but this little emblem thingy, I know it's Dolce & Gabbana. I have other Dolce & Gabbanas and they haven't done that. I don't know. I don't hate this. I just think it's a little bit tacky. Then again, I also have Marc Jacobs with the flowers. Flower caps are really pretty in my mind, so who knows? Dolce & Gabbana's Devotion is the one I'm choosing for my least favorite bottle. Next question is, what is my favorite note in fragrance? Well, if you couldn't figure out, based on my favorite perfumer that we spoke about earlier, and almost every single question thus far, there has been almost a vanilla fragrance for everything. It's because I love vanilla. I love vanilla in so many ways. I love how it is blended. I love when perfumers use vanilla and it's a base note. My body chemistry just eats up fragrance so fast. Like my temperature or something runs high and I just burn it off. Vanilla always stays with me, and vanilla is a great layering scent too. So if you have something like KLE's Vanilla 28, I've used this to layer with other things a lot. It's very enjoyable for me. Again, it's very comforting. So I think vanilla overall, I don't think I have a specific vanilla that I love more. That is my favorite note in fragrance. If you're new to my channel, this may be news to you. If you're not new to my channel, you already know the answer to this. What is my favorite fragrance in my collection? And if that fragrance could be a color, what color would that be? As you probably already know, Nishane's Ani is my absolute favorite fragrance, vanilla based. If this fragrance could be a color, royal blue, it's almost like a blurple. It's like a really deep blue purple. I just think it's very regal, more of a wintry scent. Royal blue is my favorite. I think I like that whole blue, purple, blurple kind of thing. Next question is, what is my least favorite season for fragrance? That simply can be said by spring. I don't do well with florals. I don't like florals, especially when they're the ones that stand out. If it's in the backdrop, or if it's more of a white floral, I can do white floral much better than I can roses or like lilacs or anything like that. It's just too much geranium. I've had that in fragrance where that one stands out quite a bit, where I don't really like that much. I think spring is a tough time for me, so I kind of generally go for like almost my fall scents. It depends. Like we're just now leaving the gross spring of Vancouver Island, BC, Canada, where we've seen nothing but rain and cloud and cold. And cold, I mean, it was like still almost freezing like 2 weeks ago. Wow, last weekend we were outside and we were planting and we were wearing shorts and t-shirts because it was so warm. It's a weird transition. In the warmer half of spring, I will wear more summery scents. In the cooler half of spring, I might as well just wear my fall or winter fragrances because she's wet and cold here. Next question is, what is a fragrance that is on the chopping block and why? Dolce & Gabbana's Devotion. I do have this up on a Facebook page, like as a Facebook for Canadians for fragrances, because it's really hard for us to send fragrances over the border. I don't like this one. I feel it's very generic. This one came out at the same time as Goddess by Burberry. I will put a card above for that video as well. I compared these two. They came out almost exactly at the same time. I think they were competing against one another, both designer, both a vanilla forward fragrances, but this one has lemon in it. This body, as I said before, burns up fragrances super fast, and I think I turned lemon sour. I did not enjoy this, and I don't even want to wear this or spray it around. Been on the chopping block for probably 2 months now. Next up is, what is a fragrance that I don't wear often and why? It is from Theo Cabanel and Cafe Cabanel, and I love this. It's one of my favorite fragrances I have in my collection. It is a more difficult fragrance to wear. Being Canadian, being up north, it does get colder here in the winter, but where I live in Canada is the warmest part of Canada, so it doesn't stay cold often. I reserve this fragrance for the very, very cold months, like cold days, I guess, where I live. This again reminds me of a Christmas dessert. With that being said, I love wearing this around Christmas. Oh gosh, you guys, it's so good. My mouth is watering. This one is a strong, powerful beast. So she needs cold weather near the holidays. And that's why I don't use it as often. It's not because I don't like it. I just really specifically have a time in my mind as to when I want to wear this one. And that's just a few days of the year. Okay, the last question is, what is a fragrance that is on my wish list? And it's a new one. I just did a video about a unicorn fragrance that I just got with a subscriber of mine, actually. So thank you again. When she sent me that particular fragrance, she also sent me like 7 samples of different fragrances. Some of them I've already tried before, some I've never tried before. And the one that I literally am salivating salivating just thinking about it because it is, again, vanilla, marshmallow, and yumminess. It is, and I have to read it. I want to make sure I get it right. It's Kelsey Parfums Delizia de Marshmallow. And it is just like, it literally, I described it in that video as I opened a marshmallow puff bag. You can smell the marshmallows. You can see the powder on top of the marshmallow itself. It is literally a marshmallow in liquid form. I hope that in the next little while, I have a video sharing with you guys all the yummy fragrances that I picked up, and one of them being that one. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. For those YouTubers who actually are going to do this tag, I appreciate it. I think it's going to be so much fun, and you know what? It's just fun to learn more about the people that you watch. You can check it in the description box below how many I did tag, and then I wanted to tag everybody I knew who's very into fragrance, who I watch myself. I know not everyone's going to do this tag, and maybe some will, and that is wonderful. I just think it's going to be great to hopefully see a couple people do this tag. Above all else, we are here because we all love fragrances. So if you did like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you haven't already, because we'd love to have you here. Not only on Fridays do we do Fragrance Fridays, but on Monday we do Mani Monday, which is everything to do about nails. As well, on Wednesdays we talk everything to do with wax, and that's about home fragrance and candle reviews and hauls and all sorts of fun things. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to being tagged in any of the videos that anyone does in the future. Off this tag, I will have the questions also linked down below in the description bar. And as always, you guys, be safe, take care, and have fun. Bye, guys.